Remember the Hummer? A gigantic military vehicle turned into a domestic 4x4 and subsequently watered down with the H2 and H3? Well, GMC, the truck division of the American car giant General Motors, has decided that now is the time to relaunch its iconic off-roader with a modern twist. While the gas-guzzling models of yesteryear never quite fit in with the industry's transition towards more environmentally friendly vehicles, the new Hummer looks set to be the car of choice for those who love trucks just as much as they love the planet they drive on. That's right, the new Hummer is electric. To celebrate the return of an icon, and quite possibly a key rival to the Tesla Cybertruck, here are 5 things you need to know about the GMC Hummer EV. If the first Hummer was the original Star Wars trilogy, then the H2 is the car equivalent of the prequels, while the H3 represents the sequels. The Hummer EV, though, is the Mandalorian. Oh, and for those of you who aren't Star Wars fans, original Hummer good, H2 and H3 not so great, Hummer EV a breath of fresh air. Dare we say the Hummer EV actually looks quite elegant, well, for a truck. It has an incredibly thin light bar that replicates the Hummer grille, and while some of the edges are rounded off, it's managed to capture some of the original's magic that the H2 and H3 arguably failed to replicate. As standard, it comes as a twin-cab pickup, and you can even remove parts of the roof so you can go climbing mountains with the wind in your hair. There are even some callbacks to the car's military roots, including shackles that were originally used to hoist the car by helicopter. Electric cars may not be as shouty as supercars with many cylinders, but the ultra-efficient nature of EVs mean they can be just as powerful. The Hummer EV is no exception. The eco-friendly giant is powered by a trio of motors that GM anticipates will produce 986 bhp, which will be distributed across all wheels. We say anticipates because the Hummer EV is currently a prototype, so the real deal may produce a little bit less, or maybe even a little bit more. Anyway, the truly shocking stat here is the torque figure. A LaFerrari produces 970 Nm of torque. The Bugatti Chiron Supersport, which blasted past the 300 mph barrier last year, churns out 1,600 Nm. The Hummer EV? It's got 15,592 Nm. Admittedly, that sounds a little ridiculous and is allegedly the byproduct of the car's gear ratios. Many believe it'll produce in the region of 1,300 meters with the tyres on the tarmac, which is still a hell of a lot more than most cars on the road today. Bigger doesn't always mean better. That's my motto anyway. But in the world of electric cars, the bigger the battery typically means the longer the range, and that's why you'll typically see manufacturers touting their car's battery capacity over outright performance. So it's a bit strange that GM is keeping the capacity of the Hummer EV under lock and key for now. What we do know, however, is that the batteries will be arranged in a 24-module double-stacked layout, and the modules themselves are wireless, making it a little easier to repair if something goes wrong. GM claims the Hummer EV has a range of 350 miles, which betters all but the 500-mile range tri-motor version of the Tesla Cybertruck. However, neither car is available in production form at the moment, so figures for both cars could change in the near future. When your car is crab walking, or crabbing, it's usually a sign that there's something very, very wrong with it. But you can make your Hummer EV drive like a crab without having to destroy the suspension. With the flick of a button, the rear wheels will turn in the same direction as the front, allowing you to drive places where other cars can't. But crabs can. But crab walking isn't the only cool feature on the Hummer EV. The electric truck comes with Extract mode, which raises the car's ride height by up to 149mm, courtesy of the car's air suspension setup to help overcome obstacles in your way. There are also 18 camera views to choose from, which should allow you to crab walk through terrain with ease. Let's be real, it's highly unlikely the GMC Hummer EV will make its way over to the UK. Hummers are massive and UK roads are tiny, let alone the parking spaces. But the EV could be a big seller in North America. The 1,000 brake horsepower launch car, known as the Edition 1, will carry a price tag of $112,595, which is roughly £87,200. Orders are open now, with delivery set to get underway in the autumn of 2021. While prices start from as little as $79,995 or £62,000 for entry-level cars, you could be waiting until the spring of 2024 to get behind the wheel of one of the cheaper models. While we wait for the car's release, even though we probably won't get it in the UK, you can head over to YesAuto.com for all the latest car news and reviews.